Hello everyone, this is Kubo and this is my laundry talk. Hello, this show is for my language improvement, nothing else. So I will talk whatever I want to talk and just listen to me. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about confidence. Confidence is important to do anything. To be, frankly speaking, I've been through lots of job interviews recently and I will probably continue to getting interviewed just solely because getting interviewed is very unique experience, and especially for the jobs you want, you feel certain pressure, but at the same time you need to be able to show your confidence and you need to be able to connect what they're asking and what you can provide, right? And it is very hard, at least for me. I just believe that going through lots of those experiences will help me to improve, to probably to communicate or anything, to be honest. Job interview is base of anything in, what's the word for it? Oh wow, I cannot think of. So yeah, job interview is very entry of presentation, entry of anything, because at the end of the day you will, when you're working for company and when you have to do presentation, you have to make a deal with new customers, when you are working on specific project, you need this ability. You need to be able to tell what you're doing and what you can provide. I was thinking about my career and where I'm heading at, and I haven't really found anything solid yet. But no matter what business I will be in, the skill that you use for job interview connects. That's just the base of everything, I just do believe. So yeah. Anyhow, so when you do job interviews, of course you need experience to show, you need to be able to sell yourself, right? Promote yourself. Plus, how you deliver those quality matters a lot. And I do still struggle with my confidence. I'm originally not necessarily, sorry. I was gonna say I'm originally self-doubt. I have lots of self-doubt, but that's not necessarily true, but we can get into that later. Yeah, so I do have lots of self-doubt right now, and I do struggle to obtain confidence. I don't know why, but it's just so hard to be solid and find my core to any situation. And yeah, for example, do I have any example? I mean, for example, when I communicate to my partner and when I I don't know when, but I started caring other people's opinion too much, I guess. And you know, I tried to include everyone's opinion, and that was good quality of mine. But I feel like I've lost some balance between, you know, caring other people's opinion and also putting out my own opinion out there. So like, for example, when I was doing any Sunday project with my partner, instead of taking a lead, I just try to seek what I should do, and I just keep asking. And in this context, I was fine. Like, my partner didn't get any frustration or anything, but in workplace, this quality needs to be balanced with like myself, and of course, if you can balance between your own opinion and including everyone's perspective, that's a good quality, don't get me wrong. But because its balance is very off right now, I have a hard time to find my core, and I just feel lost, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I do believe a lot of people struggle with confidence as well, right? And I don't think I shouldn't expect myself to be perfectly confident and comfortable with what I'm doing. And yeah, that day will never come. I just do believe. And so I just need to be able to deliver with my confidence, and it probably costs some practice. So yeah, and okay, so also, like, one of the reasons I started this film or started this laundry talk is that as well, which is I feel much less confident when I speak in English, and I've gotten so much what's the opposite word for passive. I've been very passive when I speak in English. And one sec. Okay, then when I think about my confidence level, right now it's quite low. And one of the biggest reasons is definitely my language barrier. Like, I speak good English, but I do believe a lot of people who can speak English very well will still have this kind of issue, that you create more, you find a lot of issue or like problems when you speak in a second language, and you know, there's nothing you can do about it. So at the end of the day, you need to be able to pull off without thinking about my language barrier. And that's kind of why I decided doing this laundry talk, because I can literally look myself how I speak this language, and my confidence level towards my language has been so much improved. So yeah, absolutely. But also, this is big component that, like, especially when I take interviews in English, I'm like, oh, am I saying right thing? And especially once I stumble with like a word when I cannot think of any words, I feel very scared. Or I don't. Probably this is good description. Like it's like when you're sewing with sewing machine and somehow you pushed your axle too hard so that machine keep going and you just start losing your control and get messy. But all you have to do is just step on a brake or step out from the axle and just slow it down. But in a situation when you're in the headspace that, oh my gosh, I'm out of control, you are out of control. And that happens, right? And not all the time, but I do get scared when I feel the similar sensation, if that makes any sense. Also, my career, I haven't found anything specific like what I want to do for my life. Or not necessarily, I haven't found one, but I don't have education to do that yet. I am planning on it, but I'm in the path to go back to school, and so in the meantime you need to be able to work for someone else or not like the industry you're not necessarily interested in. So when the components comes in, the passion is something you have to, I don't want to say fake it, but you need to create passion within you so that you actually can be motivated to do that, or even you can show why you want to do those jobs. Maybe I'm not super good at making those, I don't want to say lies, but maybe I'm not good at doing fake it till make it kind of thing. I'm very honest to my desire, and yeah, that probably. But anyhow, my point is, when you don't have solid core, maybe it's easier to start having self-doubt and like, is this correct or not? But if you have something solid, like what you want to do, it's easier to have confidence, or at least you have solid passion, if that makes any sense. So yeah, absolutely that. And I was thinking, like, when I was in school, especially like elementary school, junior high, even high school, I was very confident. I was not afraid of taking lead. I was not afraid of just taking initiative to do anything. I was happy to do presentation. I was happy to take a lead role for school festivals. And okay, I want to stop saying and. It's gonna be on and on, keep going. So yeah, I don't want to keep doing that. Yeah, okay, sorry, it's just a reflection to myself. Well, so that I used to have such a big confidence, and I was even like principal student. I was the top of the student, and when I was in junior high school. Yeah, and I'm proud of that, and I just gotta remember those moments as well. But at some point I started losing losing confidence, basically. Yeah, I just want to find out. I just want to figure out what happened right now. First of all, when did I start losing my confidence? Because when I was in high school, I definitely still had a lot of confidence. I was a leader of So we, like when I was in high school, my high school had 3 big events every year. One is school festival, and one is singing competition with, like, you know, between each classes, and then you pick one song and you sing, and whoever the bestest will win, kind of thing. And the last thing is PE. What's the word for it? We call it gymnastic festival. So like every class would, or how do I say? It's like the festival that does all the physical activities like running, jumping, you know, throwing balls or pulling strings. Like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a sports festival. Sports festival is right. And so when you do those big 3 festivals, what we do is we have 10 classes each grade. So they pick randomly 1 class each from each grade, and then we form alliance, or we form one big group, like the 3rd grade of high school, 2nd grade high school, 1st grade high school, and just randomly they form team, and I was a leader of those team, and it was so much fun. And also I was confident enough to even run for those leaders, and I won the election, and like I was just so brave. But I definitely lost those braveness, my confidence afterwards. So probably in my university. When I was in university, what happened? I think one thing is I was just trying so hard to fit in the group, especially like it was kind of new place. I was from Shizuoka Prefecture. It's not really rural area, I would say, but compared to Tokyo, it's much smaller city. And I also I had personal issues like sexuality and stuff, so I just felt like I needed to fit in the system. But at the same time, I wanted to be in like TV industry. So while you're fitting into those culture, you are trying to stand out, and I just couldn't make sense in me. And either trying to do either one of them, I lose either one of them, and I just felt like I couldn't move. And probably that's where I started having problems with like own self, like where am I, who am I. And I always had this kind of, especially like around sexuality, I always had a problem with that since I was little. But I think when I got into university, that problem became much more significant and started affecting my life. And then I came to Canada, and I'm quite happy with my own life, but for professional life it becomes much harder because of the language barrier, and I'm now gaining it. I'm started feeling much confident and almost comfortable to take interviews in English, but I definitely still have resistance. And yeah, I mean, again, you need to do that to gain something. So I guess I just keep doing trial and error, and hopefully soon I will feel like a regular human here or wherever I would be, and I can pursue what I want to do. So thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.